Are we on? Are we recording? Should I call someone a rapist?
Yeah.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it. He says I'll write it myself. It's a 2-line promo. I'll write it myself. We'll do it fucking live.
We'll lead
You're not writing anything. You're not Hemingway because you said it coming up. Oh God, what an asshole he seems like.
What does that mean? Lead me in.
It's a technical term, Bill. You know what it means, dick face. Are we ready for it?
Yeah.
Would you like we start talking? Or?
Yeah, you should start talking.
Smooth. Well, it's the Artie Lang podcast. You know, we don't have the rights to an open and our song, so I've been doing the fan to my air conditioner as an open. And the carrier people do love it. I thought I was going to get a cease and desist, but they tweeted me and said, "This is great. I guess they need publicity." So maybe our fans will buy carrier air conditioners. Well, they can't afford this podcast. I don't know how that's going to happen. I get shit from people. Hey, I'm paying money. It's a quarter a day. If you don't think I'm funny, that's one thing. I get that argument, but a quarter a day? Dude, you're a 38-year-old guy. Don't say that out loud. You tell chicks that? You can't swing a quarter a day. I don't want to hear your bullshit. I need volume here, man. I'm operating volume. I need a lot of guys. It's like selling socks at the Gap. That's what I feel like. That's what you are, socks to me. You ever see Rob Kardashian socks? They're way overpriced. Rob Kardashian was so insecure, he needed an identity. He looked around and was. At some point he goes, "I know. I'll reinvent the sock." Did he have the kid who's all depressed and fat? And that was his thing. He designed socks. How depressing.
Well, that's what he looks good in.
You'll see, guys. Go to your Dash store. I'm going to reinvent the sock. Lamar Odom's like, whatever, man. Whatever, I'm smoking crack. And Bruce is cutting his dick off. We're all going crazy. And Scott Disick is Scott. You know, Scott. That Scott Disick is guy. Could you imagine being like trapped in an elevator with him? Where's Ray Rice when you need him? I tweet they're back in the news. He wants to get in the NFL. He's only 33, but I had a couple of jokes I used to do. I tweeted. I said, I got to confess something. I was on the elevator with him. It wasn't my fault. It was my fault. I said, could you hit floor 5? And he misunderstood me. And his wedding, I said, I was at his wedding, a fun time. He had a best man and she had a cut man. That left he hits her with. It's like, you ever see the first Ali Frazier fight? The left Frazier hits Ali within the last round. That's the exact punch. Exact punch. Nails her. Bam. How to break her jaw. She's laying there out. Like Foreman and Zaire. What a shame. Well, their marriage's fun.
They got married right after that,
They
right?
did.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Sweet.
I got nothing but funny people today, man. Flipping. Flipping's funny. Flipping's one of those Met fans who tries to be funny. And Giant fan, too. The end of it, got to see fucking Tom Brady again in the fucking AFC Championship. Enough, man, right? Am I right? Flip? Terrible. Who needs a guy that good looking to be I mean, I'm not gay. He's a good looking guy, right? We all agree with that, right?
A little bit.
Ryan?
It's not like that.
You agree, right?
Yeah, 2016 now.
Not a bad looking guy.
I'm a big Jay-Z fan.
Thanks, Tom. Asshole.
It's good enough looking to be a chocolatier, I think.
Ryan Reese, of course, here. The great Ryan Reese.
Hey.
Paul Morrissey's in, a L.A. guy, a New York guy who moved to L.A. How's L.A. going?
It's good, but it's always good to get back here. And,
did you get the spray tan for the show?
Yeah, I always look very tan.
Did you get palest comedian at the Laugh Factory? Jamie,
I've tried the spray tan. Just made me look like I stuck my face in a bowl full of Cheetos.
And of course, Chris Hamilton is here.
Hey.
Chris I met at something I don't know what it was still. You didn't? Well, Chris is a young comic, 26 years old, and we did this talk show with a live audience in Brooklyn. Yeah. One of those hip Brooklyn, like, what was that, Red Hook? Where were we? Bushwick.
Bushwick.
Okay. I tell you, Brooklyn being hip, you know what Brooklyn looks like to me? It looks like, every episode of Beretta, the last act, when the chick's in porn and they're shooting at a factory. That's what these hip places in Brooklyn look like. It's like Bushwick is considered a fun place to be. We were in a bar that was like in a factory or something. And, everybody's got a beard and they're writing something and...
They don't sell any real products. Like, I think it was Colin Quinn was like, this looks like a place that doesn't look like they sell Diet Coke.
No, I know, you're square if you ask for something like...
You have to get a lemon spritzer or some kind of...
a micro ale.
We don't use artificial sweeteners here. That's why Sweet and Low's leaving Brooklyn.
That's what we did at the Peculiar... I might have said this the other, but the Peculiar Pub on Bleecker Street. It had 200 types of beer. So me and my buddies would go and make up a beer. We'd bring a waitress over and go, you got Glockenspiel beer? And she'd go, no. We go, what do you have? Oh, we got Edge Lemonade.
Fuck this place.
Yeah. And then at the end we go, I just bring her some Cheetos. But Chris and I, Josh is the host of the show.
Yeah.
And I did Huffington Post with him. And he invited me on that show, which is a podcast he does. And I said, sure, but I thought it was Huffington Post, so it said Huffington Post guy on the directions. So I thought we were going to the Huffington Post office. I get in the car and we're in Bushwick. I thought I was going to get killed by the driver. Goodbye, Mr. Lang. Guess again. But this guy, Josh, an Australian guy, hosts this podcast, so now I'm in this podcast. It's a political show, And the two people I was on stage with first were really smart. The young people smart about politics.
Yeah.
Oh, God. The type of people that eventually will hate me. Like, eventually I'll say something they're mad at.
A dirtbag scumbag.
Yeah. And Chris, that guy, was a comic in the back, and he came on at the second segment.
Yeah.
And to talk about comedy, and he had some great jokes. And
Thank you.
Yeah, you did. And we had a nice talk. And I said, we should do the podcast. So thanks for being here.
No, thank you for inviting me. This is dope.
You're 26, and again, dope means good. Flip. So you're 26 years old. You grew up in Manhattan.
Yeah, born and raised.
When did you start doing comedy?
I started doing comedy as soon as I quit CBS News. That was like.
So you were on the air at CBS News?
No, I was a producer. I produced a lot of their segments.
At what age? At like 20, right out of college? Did you go to college?
I went to college. I interned there, and then I got hired immediately after.
Where'd you go to college?
Tiffin, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a shitty place.
Yeah, but so you grew up in Manhattan, you figured you'd do something different, right?
Yeah.
But then you realize you're in Ohio.
Yeah.
You tell you, listen, I'm moving back.
I got to go back. Yeah,
we did the Ohio thing. I'm getting out of here. And you start doing stand-up at some point. So you're producing segments, but you always wanted to get on stage. You always wanted to
I'm always trying to be funny. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And you got to be passionate about it. I guess it's the only way to do it. And Chris is such a nice guy. He was very, a lot of the young people have attitudes. Chris was respectful, and because I'm ancient. And I feel bad. Some young comics ask me, how do you get into show? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I got up one day in Jersey. I just in the 8th grade, somebody offered me weed, and now I'm here talking to you. Oh God, I wish I could go back and say no to that kid, but I didn't.
No, this is nice. This
is it.
Got a beautiful view.
Yeah,
it's just cold as shit in here, but you're good.
Are you cold? I like it cold. I'll make a piece of meat. We'll put the. You want to?
No, you're good. You're good. This is nice. I'm good.
You want a sweater?
Yeah, I got a cardigan on. That's right.
You want an Artie Lang podcast, a windbreaker? You got to get those.
Well, we have to keep the air conditioning on because of our sponsor.
Yeah.
There's a what?
We have to keep the air conditioner on because of Carrier.
Oh yeah, right, exactly. They're going to try to charge you. How long does it take to do that? But I got a new open, by the way. Somebody tweeted me something from the Stern Show. I told on the air one day. I just said for no reason because I was drunk. Whenever Kathy Griffin came on, I got drunk. Towards the end, when I was nodding off from heroin, I would snore. I would snore loud. So Kathy Griffin was on once, and she had just won her Emmy, and she's telling Howard like a real. She's like real sentimental, going about how she told her mother she won an Emmy. And my mother started to cry, and it was really nice. Here. She's like, is Artie going to snore the whole time? And Howard said, just go in the green room. And you don't want to be here for this. I'm like, no, go in the green room. So I slept. They didn't wake me up. I woke up at 3 in the afternoon. Everybody was gone. I got a check that week. I would go home. My friend would call me up and go, dude, you're blacking out on the biggest radio show ever. I know. I'm tired of it. But yeah.
Well, that's what 4 a.m. does to you.
Oh,
right?
forget it. No, when I got that job, Colin Quinn called me up and go, congratulations, I give you 2 weeks. No, but I said, I'm not, if this was Z Morning Zoo in St. Louis, I'd probably have 2 weeks. But it's fucking Stern. So, I had about 6 good years of me, and then it took over.
Fucking drugs.
But someone tweeted me. I just blurted out that I could hit any chick in baseball because this chick, there was a story. A chick played AAA for the Twins, throwing overhand, and I'm like, underhand I can't do, but overhand I can hit any chick because I was all county. And Howard said, that's when you were thin. You're now obese and an alcoholic. And I said, I could still do it. I guarantee it. So cut to we're in Vegas at the Hard Rock, and they bill a $2 million set for me to hit a baseball. And first pitch she got near the plate, I just hit. Home run. And Howard said, wow. I go, you don't listen to me. They would call me out of shape. I go, pick an American sport. I'll beat you at it. You're a big, you're a big, awkward, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It rhymes with something. You're a big, awkward guy who likes money. Howard 6'7". If he could have posted up, man.
He's the worst basketball player ever, though.
Oh, he plays like,
Did he play
With a
Nils
disc jockey.
Lofgren or something?
Nils Lofgren is 5'2". And he was 61 years old. Shut Howard out. I said, I got hand-eye coordination. I can beat you in anything. I said, stick ball. If you start pitching, I saw he throws like a girl. I go, you'll never get up. Yeah. I'll never not hit this. So she was pitching 70 miles an hour. And I would take the first few pitches because he goes, why are you taking pitches? I'm trying to make the bit last. You spent a lot of money on this. And then she threw one at my head. And I was drunk. I said, look, I'm charging the bitch if she She looked like Emilio Estevez. She did look. I wish I was lying. You want me to lie? Okay. She looked like Sarah Jessica Parker.
Still pretty bad, man.
Honeymoon in Vegas. No, she was a gay person.
What's she doing now?
I think. I don't know. I think she might have killed herself right now. No, I'm sure she's fine. I'm sure she's married.
She's a knuckleball closer.
I think she's married to Anne Heche. No, she was very sweet and everything. But if I hit, here was the premise: she had to strike me out, or I just hit the ball, just made contact with it in fair territory, and then you won $10,000. And so I hit the ball, and I won $10,000. And everybody's going like, "Oh, I'll give her the $10,000." I'm like, no, she's got to learn in life. It's like I'm one of those guys. You're playing softball, one chick plays. Like, give Amanda a 4th strike. No. Tell Amanda to go home. She gets 3 strikes. So I wouldn't give it. So they talked me into putting it on a roulette, and I lost it. Put all $10,000 on roulette on television. I put on black. It landed green. There's 2 green.
Yeah.
If I put it on green, $10,000 was $800,000.
Zero or double zero.
Unbelievable. I was a double zero.
Oh man, you should have framed the check just like Ricky Henderson.
Ricky Henderson framed $1 million check. The ace called him up and go, our accounting's off. What'd you do with that check?
Accounting's off by $1 million.
He framed $1 million check. Well, Ricky,
Is you mad at Ricky? What did Ricky do?
Ricky talked about himself in the third person. And so this is a great story. The clubhouse guy didn't really know who he was because he was foreign. And Ricky Henderson said, this is Ricky Henderson's locker. And he goes, okay. When's he getting here? He got all these. He was talking about, he's the best leadoff hitter. Pete Rose or Ricky Henderson, leadoff hitter. You got one guy.
Well, I'm a Yankee fan, so the 80s Yankees, I'll take Ricky. Home run.
Yeah, I think he's the best fucking. I love Rose, but to me, he's the best. How do you beat Ricky Henderson, man? He got on base as a double. If he walks, it's a double. He's stealing them fucking home. Second and third, pain in the ass.
Yeah, that was the other story. Was what was the thing when he went back to the A's?
Yeah, he went back, got a ring, and came
Yeah.
back to the Yankees. He got a ring. He was on the Earthquake team, the '89 A's.
But he said when he was like leading the league and stealing every year or something, they're like, Coach, give me signs like everyone else gets. I think
Right.
it was La Russa, and they're like,
But no, he had an open. He could go whenever he wanted, right?
he could, but he's like, I'm a team guy. So just know.
I'm a team
He's-
guy.
So he's like, they show him the signs. They're like, all right, this, and if he wipes his hands, that means take off.
Right.
The sign.
Right.
And then every time they didn't give him a sign, they did the take off. Ricky would steal. And he's like, "Why did you go? I thought you didn't listen to the signs. You're going to be a team guy." And he's like, "Well, I thought that meant take off, like run."
He was fucking with him. No, I'm sure I'm not a team guy. I'm fucking with you. Yeah, you get on. You walk. You're on second. You're in scoring position, and a base hit. He scores. I mean, he was unbelievable, and he hit home runs. He had the most leadoff home runs. But so they hired Michael Buffer to announce us, me and the girl, and Fred wrote all these jokes. And I looked at it on Twitter. I'd never seen this before. And Michael Buffer rattles off all these like insulting jokes about my lifestyle, and that's going to be our new opener until someone tells us not to. We might have to pay Buffer like $80,000, I think.
There's a short version of it and a long version.
You know what he pay? You know what he charges to say let's get ready to rumble? One time.
Wow.
Take a
How
guess.
much?
Yeah, if he
50?
goes to any event.
50?
Wow, how'd you do that?
I just threw a number.
50 G's.
Is it 50?
Yeah. Let's get ready to rumble. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I was going to go to you guys.
What were you going to say?
I don't know. I was gonna say millions. I don't know, but that was
Millions.
That's because I'm young and naive.
I'm glad I didn't go to you. I would have canceled him if that.
Do you think he's listening to the podcast? Like, I got to ask for more. What am I doing?
saw him on a plane, and recently, like about 2 years ago, he looked sick. I don't know. I hope he's all right. He looked kind of thin.
Did he say hello or you didn't have money on you?
No, he was came over in first class. Goes, "Hi, Artie." I go, "Dude, I owe you $100,000. I just said let's get ready to rumble." I said it to the stewardess.
He's way older than you think. Though.
No, he's old.
like-
Yeah, he was married to a smoking hot blonde German chick who didn't speak a word of English. I go, "What do you do? Like, what do you do at dinner?" He goes, "I don't care." How much do you charge her? She says it in German. Und das ist ein Umbo. Honey, did I hear you just say that? He learns one sentence in every language, so no one can fuck with him. He knows how to say "let's get ready to rumble" in every language. Calls his agent. A Japanese kid on some game show, I get. He's sitting in front of us. He got 80 TVs like an evil Rupert Murdoch. I got every country. A kid in Morocco just said, let's get ready to rumble. Send them a cease and desist. And ask for $50,000. And Moroccan money. I don't give a shit. Make it cash. Hang on a minute. My asshole Nazi wife is saying something. What? She was smoking. I fucked a German chick. I did, there's a movie called Boat Trip. Terrible movie that I did in the summer of '01, and it was and we shot in Cologne, Germany, and it was me and Will Ferrell played gay guys. We had a kiss on the lips, and I got this script and I said, "Listen, guys, you know I don't give a shit if it gets me kicked out of show, but I got Italian uncles. I'm not kissing Will Ferrell on the lips." I go, "Now listen, if we get to Cologne, Germany, and you know $20,000 for the day I was getting, I said if we get to Cologne, Germany." And you want and you give me shit about it. I told you this. Make sure the director knows I'm not doing it. I'm not kissing nobody on the lips. And they said, "Are you homophobic?" I said, "I guess." Look up homophobic. What does that mean? There's two types of guys: gay guys and homophobic guys. Guys who don't mind getting fucked in the ass, and guys who are against it. I mean, not against it. I mean, with me, I'm against it. You can do whatever you want.
Homophobic or flimsy?
Well, homophobic. Yeah, flimsy's what my friends used to say.
You were the Julia Roberts of that shit. I don't kiss on the lips.
No, I just said, and Will do anything for a laugh. So I'm like, I'm not kidding. So they're like, fine. Sure enough, we get there. And Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in it. And, man.
Damn.
Blonde German chicks like Cuba, man. We went out to a club. Oh, wait, I think he was married. No one cares.
He's not married anymore, is he?
No, yeah.
Not in Germany. Doesn't count.
He's not married anymore because I said this on Stern 10 years ago. No, yeah, I think he's... Anyway, he went to a club one night, and I went with him, and they all knew the movie was in town, So, he stepped on a pussy landmine, and I got hit with some shrapnel. So I take this chick home. I walked her up the Rhine River. Or I think my grandfather swam to get away from the Nazis. It was like serendipity. I said, my grandfather fought. He goes, huh? I got nothing. We get to the room. I mean, we're in this little hotel room. And, I mean, what else? What do you think I wanted to play? Scrabble? I mean, we don't speak the same language. So I went to kiss her, and she's like, and I start kissing her. And I fucked her. Without a rubber.
Good.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I'm not going back to Cologne. And no, yeah, it was very nice, actually. 2 times, because the first time was very quick. She left going, what room is Cuba in? I go, no. So, so next morning I had to be on the set at 7 a.m. And she's laying there, and I don't want to leave her there. I'm pointing to the door. Okay, get out. I called the concierge. I said, how do you say get out, whore? No, so I kept pointing to shit. I pointed to the bathroom. Her dress, me, the script. Call time, 7 a.m. And I'm late. I worked 1 day on the movie. I got in the van to go. The cool guys in the back going, what's up, Artie? What happened? I go, come on, man. You'll understand. You're a guy. I got laid. Really? What do you think I did? And I realized you had to get rid of like 5 chicks. That's a pro. Anyway, yeah. So we go to we get to the fucking set, and sure enough, we get to the last part is a reveal that we're gay. Horatio Sands was when he was fat. It was like a buddy comedy. They piss us off. They're buddies, and they piss us off. And I sent them on a gay cruise instead of a regular cruise, just to fuck with them. And they get on the cruise. They found out it's a gay cruise, and writes itself. It's the kind of movie you can pitch in 2 seconds. You get a couple of stars. 2 guys think they're on a straight cruise. It's a gay cruise because the gay guy got mad at them. And I get into a fight with Horatio over a parking spot, and you guys don't care about this, right? Not The Godfather. So anyway, at the end, the reveal is that you find out me and Will are gay lovers because he kisses me. And sure enough, the director's like, okay, you're going to do this, right? I go, no. What do you think? I'm not fucking with you. He goes, well, Will's going to do it. I go, yes, so I don't care. And I told you, we're in Cologne, Germany. Now, what are you going to do? Fly Dom DeLuise's kid over here? So he goes, all right, So in the movie, he kisses me on the cheek. And I got to admit, it's not as funny. But you could tell we're gay, I think it works. I said, if this scene's funny, it's really going to stand out in the movie. Because the rest isn't. Why do you want one scene to be funny?
It's not as funny, but you're not in therapy.
Let's run the board. Let's make it all unfunny. So yeah, the director Willis. He's such a funny fucking guy, man. At some point, he has to say, "Here's the line." He goes, "I laughed every time. I kept blowing the take." The director goes, "Listen, you have to stop laughing." I can't. I had to enter. I leave and then enter again. So he had to go. Sorry, my buddy has like a drinking problem. He goes like this. So the first time Will goes, I'm sorry, my friend is like this. And he goes, and like this, and this. And then he goes, and this. You're like reindeer antlers. And you just hear me go, your character's not a foot away from him. You are. I was very unprofessional. Rosalind Sanchez, you know who she is? Puerto Rican.
Oh, yeah.
10. You know who she is? Oh.
Rush Hour 2, right?
Rush Hour, yeah.
Yeah.
She was about to shoot that. She was interviewing to be the Bond movie. She's the chick in it. And I went to London. I booked stand-up in London on the way home. She was interviewing to be the new Bond girl.
Wow. So
we were in the same hotel. So you want to get dinner? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, Jesus. So her, I'll kiss on the lips. And, I went out with her. She let me pay for everything. I dropped like fucking $800. And she goes, my friend is in a play. This is 2001. I'm sitting through this musical because I think I can fuck her. Her friend's Kylie Minogue. I think it was like a star. I didn't know who she was at the time. She goes, you know Kylie Minogue? I'm like, no. She goes, why not? I go, well, I don't know. Because I'm, 35. She's the chick in this? I go, yeah. I don't like her in this. Maybe I'll get her album. I'm sitting. I went to Piccadilly Circus. We drank. End of the night, she tells me she's married to a boxer. We could have fucking let me in on that before I took out the Amex.
So you were like the El Chapo in this situation.
I was El Chapo?
Beat me to it. You were El Chapo.
I was El Dumbo. So we're, yeah. I guess, explain that to me later. What am I? I'm El Chapo. Who's Sean Penn?
Kylie Minogue.
Is Sean Penn?
Yes.
That's a leap. What, do you think she's fucking Kylie Minogue?
Because you didn't know who Kylie was. And
Oh,
El Chapo didn't know who
right,
Sean Penn
okay,
was.
wow, God.
And he was just trying to get laid.
That
He
is
was trying to
something
get
else,
laid.
man. Flipping, you should teach comedy. That is convoluted.
I don't get it.
The great. Let's move
I
on.
just know the locomotion.
No, the great. That is so funny. El Chapo thought he was gonna fuck this chick, and like Sean Penn was just like a driver. And then he's like, he's gonna wait outside, right? No, you're talking to him about movies. What? Wait, I'm not fucking you. I'm talking to him about movies. Yeah. Do you have a better shirt? The one you're wearing now, which is you're not wearing a shirt now. El Chapo comes naked to the door. I'm El Chapo. You made me happy. Yeah, Sean wants to talk to you, and then he wants to know if you could buy $1 billion worth of coke. That guy, like the walls are made of cocaine. The sheetrock is cocaine. And that shirt he puts on. Oh my God. That chick is smoking, though, man. That Mexican chick. Yeah, so El Chapo probably realized Sean Penn's fucking her. He's not fucking her. And he's talking to Sean Penn about Mystic River. How is Sean Penn not dead? In that Charlie Rose interview, he looks nervous, though, man. And he's not making any sense. Charlie, why'd you go there, Sean? I feel complicit in the war on drugs. Okay. Why'd you go there, Sean? I'm not your agent. I don't think everything you say is fucking brilliant. He really thinks he's Hunter S. Thompson, Sean Penn, because he hung out with him. He really, Yeah.
All those guys do, right?
They all hung out, Johnny Depp, they all hung out with him. They read his...
Cusack.
Yeah. And Hunter S. Thompson clearly was annoyed by them. I'll tell you, man, Hunter S. Thompson, he was just kind of depressed. He said he's going to blow his head off the same age Hemingway was. Shit. And he did. That's fucking crazy. Johnny Depp's not doing that. Neither is Sean Penn. Could you imagine? What a cool way to die. El Chapo sends half of Sean Penn's head to Robin Wright and half to Charlize Theron. Now give me that bitch back here. She shows up again with Ethan Hawke.
You dick!
She shows up again with John Paul Gosselaar. All of Dawson's Creek. You keep showing up with people. I want to fuck you. Are you getting this? Are you misreading these signs?
When is Turtle from Entourage? How far down the line we going?
You said you were bringing Adrian. I thought it was a chick. It was Adrian Grenier. I don't want to fuck Adrian Grenier. Wait, the Entourage movie. I left there and I went outside and I put my hand to my ear like the Grinch, and far off I heard Adrian Grenier dropping off the face of the earth. Woo! Ugh. So anyway, that El Chapo picture is unbelievable. I mean, Sean Penn looks like he agreed to be the best man at his gardener's wedding. Yo, you could have worn a collar, man. But listen, if El Chapo thinks, and the Mexican government says, look, we followed Sean Penn to you, okay? So he's the reason. So if he thinks that, and then on top of it, he's fucking a chick that he likes, he's probably killed guys for way less than that.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just got a nod at a corrupt guard who knows where $100,000 is. $100,000 goes to his son, $100,000 goes to a hitman, and Sean Penn's dead. It could really happen, right? Yeah. I hope someone's got a fucking smartphone with that. You were good in milk. You should play for a homosexual. No, I'm not, because you're on the lips. I'm a Chapo. I'm not a homo.
Were you in Boat Trip?
Why didn't Artie kiss Will at the end of that? I didn't get it. Sean Penn, you know what? The next time Bochetti's in here, we gotta have him read Sean Penn's article in Rolling Stone. It's rambling. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Stop bothering me.
Or the guy with Tourette's, we gotta have him read it. I get it. Jan Wenner just let him, and El Chapo edited it. Like that was, I mean, no writers do that. You let the fucking guy edit the fucking thing. And he goes, well, El Chapo goes, hey, how come you didn't put in a story where I fucked that chick? Well, I was up to 10,000 words. I don't know. I think it works for the story. Makes no sense. All right. How about when I beat up those guys? How come that's on there? You make me look like a dick. No, it's my article. All right. Is that chick coming back? I'll send her a plane. Could she swallow 80 pellets of coke? Could she blow me while she's shitting them out? I want a reverse Blumpkin. A reverse Blumpkin, that's very common. You've never gotten a reverse Blumpkin, Mr. Penn.
It's starting to be like the plot of Three Amigos. Like, instead of El Guapo, it's El Chapo.
El Guapo.
El Guapo.
Would you say I have a plethora?
I'm El Chapo. I thought you were bringing El McPherson.
Look, it's a sweater.
That's a funny, a lot of funny shit in that movie. Yeah, so I guess he was out with $1 billion, living it up, and now he's in jail, and maybe because of Sean Penn, because of Spicoli. And the Mexican government is saying he wants him to kill him. Mexican, yeah, man. It was easy to track him. He goes, I don't know how you tracked me. He got on the cartel property. You think it's easy to spot a usually famous white guy? How'd you track? You're an A-list movie star. Why don't you just wear an Oscar around your neck?
So he's in jail now? Like that's...
El Chapo?
Yeah.
Or Sean Penn?
If I was Sean Penn, I'd rather be.
He's in movie
I
jail.
think.
He's in jail. He's back in jail.
Because that breakout, did you ever see like what?
It's the funniest thing ever. It's the most casual break. It's like he's watching Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah.
And he gets a call. Already? Okay. It makes Clint Eastwood in Escape from Alcatraz really look like he's making a big effort. He just walked over. I mean, because everyone's paid off. Everyone's paid off. That's it. Handcuffs are as good as, is only as strong as the guy with the key.
Right.
He just fucking, that is so funny. He's got sweatpants on.
He didn't even walk the length of the tunnel. They had a motorcycle
I know.
down there for him. Like, I don't want to walk.
Tell Juan there better be a fucking motorcycle. I ain't walking again like last time. Oh God, could you imagine? But now they're afraid he's going to break out again. The Americans want him because, we don't have corrupt guards here, I guess. Unless he gets that ugly chick that helped those two guys escape. That story was like, oh my God. Her husband, naive, there's no way my wife would sleep with somebody else. Well, actually, she did, yeah. She baked a drill in a cake. They fucked her with the drill. Really? Oh, wow. That's very disappointing. El Chapo gets that woman. When's this cake coming? You put a 9mm. You gotta make cupcakes with bullets in them. One bullet in a cupcake. I don't give a shit if it's gluten. No gluten, but bullets. No gluten with bullets. That's fine. Does Crumbs make that? And I want the kind that go in the cops and ruin his lungs and shit. What do they go? I'll try to get him. I can't. I don't know. My husband's brother turns 50 tonight. How old's your husband? 48. Does he want to see 50? How old are you? I'm 31. How old are you? 31. I'll say it again. You were born in 1931? That poor one, I guess. I don't know. Did you ever see the audio of the husband in denial?
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Oh yeah, he's like, I didn't want to fuck her. Why would anyone else?
But who's fucking him? I mean, he really looked like he had that acne and that mustache that the cop had in 1972. And he's got the bad pock marks. Oh my God!
Just a guy who was happy to have a girlfriend. Remember when you're just like, I can't even get a date. That's what he was like. That guy is like,
yeah. Some guys,
I have a wife. She loves me. I think.
Yeah, I know. Some guys can settle. Some shit, what the fuck? Who's fucking... I couldn't even fuck Hillary Clinton. You ever see a picture of Hillary and Bill Clinton when they're young? They're so pale.
Yeah.
Was that
the
an
real
option?
pale Arkansas people? No, the real pale Arkansas people, they got blotches on them.
Was that an option for you? Is that why?
What?
You said I couldn't fuck Hillary Clinton?
Well, at that time, anyone could have fucked her, right?
During the Norm show?
No, during the Monica Lewinsky. She was... Bill. I could have fucked Bill Clinton. He was fucking me in a beret, Monica Lewinsky. That beret wasn't helping her. I said beret. Ugh. She was. He risked the fucking best job on the planet for her. You know, that's when I knew he had an illness, man. I'm like, I can't. I heard that. I said, I can't wait to see this chick. She got to be Carmen Electra's hotter sister. Then it's me in a beret. I could have fucked Bill. So anyway, Michael Buffer. Yeah, he was on a plane. He looked, I don't know, kind of sickly. And I got the 20 grand for the movie. That's how it ends. There's a beautiful cathedral in Cologne. It's in the news now. Me and Will went in there. I lit a candle for the director. It was his last movie. The movie made 40 cents.
There's no boat trip too?
Have you called Netflix about that?
I dropped about fucking $800 on Rosalind Sanchez. It ruined Rush Hour for me. I had the perfect name for Rush Hour, but the TV show took it. Nip Tuck. You're fired. You talk about it. All the gigs, you do a lot of great. You ever say something so offensive at like a private party? I thought of, my buddy reminded me of this because he opened for me. I did a benefit for a disease called Prader-Willi. You know what Prader-Willi is?
No, what is it?
A kid doesn't. Okay. A kid doesn't have a gene or whatever gene is in his head to make him know he's full, so he never stops eating. And it's in teenage kids, so they'll eat till they explode. So you got to put them in a cage. Like there was a documentary they showed about this chick Monica when she ordered the ice cream truck. They got to put her in a cage. The father's always tired because he can't sleep. I might have to tackle her. There's a lock on the refrigerator. So we were talking about it on the air once. I couldn't stop laughing. So that guy called me up. He's pissed. He goes, "Well, we're having a benefit for it. Why isn't Artie? He could make up for it. He could come and do a benefit. They were going to pay me like 30 G's or something. It was like a corporate gig. It was up in the new Boston. What's the name of where the Patriots play now?
Gillette?
Not Gillette. Well, is it Gillette now, or is it Fox?
I don't know.
Foxborough. No, Foxborough was the old one. It's Gillette. Yeah. Okay, so it was brand new, and they had an area with a stage. Okay. First of all, Prader-Willi, there's a carving station. There's like a massive buffet. Every instinct, I'm like, I can't look at the buffet. I'm going to make a joke about the buffet. I was really feeling like there's no comedy there. Everybody's telling stories about blah, blah, blah. The kids are 800 pounds. I had to follow a 10-minute video about this girl who had it and died. The end of the video, she dies from Prader-Willi disease.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I get up there and I go to the podium, and a woman is managing the event that she wants me to make an announcement. So she comes up, and she was wearing a bandana, like a red bandana, and I should have known better what was going on. And I said, you ever think of something on stage and you think, this is going to kill? I'm going to say this, and they're going to fucking laugh. And the direct opposite happens. This is the first thing I said. I had to do 20 minutes. I said that she had the red bandana. I said, who are you, Prader-Willi Nelson? That's what I said. Dead silence. She had cancer. She had just had chemo. She had like 3 weeks to live. She died 3 weeks later.
Oh, fuck.
I made the paper for Prader-Willi Nelson.
Oh my God! I thought you were gonna open with "We're all out of the all-you-can-eat pancakes."
Hey, Artie, you killed.
I killed one person though.
Two. Two.
Yeah, I really. I had to apologize again, and then Howard made me tell a story on the air, and I kept laughing again. Anyway, never apologize for something. It just gets worse.
You lean in on the joke. You thought it was going to do so well. You're waiting for that
Willie
applause.
Nelson?
Waiting for that applause break. You just leaned in like, I'm a genius.
Like Kenny Youngman. Is there a black guy with cancer? Prader-Willi Mays? No. Every Willie. Bank robber here? Prader-Willi Horton? I'll go down the line. Prader-Willi Randolph? You play second base? Yeah. That's the first thing I fucking said. And I'm like, anybody here have a VCR? The crowd work. What's your name, sweetie?
Those clocks are tough to set, huh?
What's your name, sweetie? What disease do you have?
I thought you were going to go ventriloquist. Prada, Willie, Tyler, and Lester.
Lester's fine.
He had the bandana, though.
Willie's dead. Oh, God. Yeah, because I had to apologize to a gay group, too, on the air. I came out to George Takei. It was Benji's idea, but I did it really well. I told George Takei that I was a gay guy and I was going to come out, and George was so fucking gullible. We got a hidden camera and a video and Sal and Richard's thing. I go, he's never going to fall for this. So he kept falling for it. So I have to make up a story. I fucked a comic when I was 23 and I liked it.
Shit, that's hilarious.
I mean, so I got good at it. And George goes, tomorrow I want to come out on the air and will you support me? He goes, I'm going to be there for you. Do you want to get here early and talk about it? Like, no. And so the next day I called Howard up. I said, Howard, we have to tell him. We can't do this to him. I mean, I feel terrible. I mean, he actually went through this in life. We're goofing on it. And he told me something that was really like, you didn't tell me. I'm like, don't say it. I don't want to hear it.
Thanks for confiding.
You know, you're telling all the whack packers too. There's a live feed into the high pitch Eric's room. And I'm like, this is great, George. You see, that's why you're lashing out against them. You're self-loathing, right? Yeah, I guess. All of a sudden, I'm Dom DeLuise.
Thanks for confiding, Artie.
Yeah, no, he was unbelievable. He was so nice.
I have an erection.
I said, Howard, dude, we got to, let me call him. And Howard goes, if you call him, you're fired. It was before the new Howard. That was the guy I knew. So we get there, and I realize I walk in, and George is like looking at me like, he thinks I'm going to come out. I was 40 at the time. He tried to make it work with women, and it didn't work. I'm like, yeah, but not while you think. Is that why you do drugs? Maybe. So, okay. But here's his reaction. This is what George. So Howard starts telling the story, what happened, and I go, yeah, George, I'm not a fruit. I didn't say that. Come on. What am I, a slob? I said, no, I'm not gay, George. It was just a joke. And he looked around and went, oh, you scoundrel. And then he was fine with it. He kept laughing. I don't know. I think you're gay. That was far too good an acting job.
Trying to convince you.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No, but here's the other thing. I swear to God, and I said this in front of George, I swear to you. And he was married at the time to some dude. Brad, nice guy. I think I could have fucked him. I think like he kept leaning towards me like he wanted to comfort me, and he's very promiscuous, and he admitted that. And I think if I leaned in, I could have kissed him. And I said, you know what? If I do that, it'll be the greatest bit of all time. But the boat trip director's really going to have a legitimate bitch. You wouldn't give Will Ferrell a peck. You're making out with George Takei. No, he was leaning. He was looking at me. There was like a moment where I'm like, so Star Wars, what was that like? We're hitting warp speed here, buddy. He was. I think, and I said, could I have fucked you? He goes, no. I go, I think I could have.
Yeah.
Pretend Brad's not listening.
Only a glory hole, just so he wouldn't have to see your face. He would just
Blulu
at the brambles.
Sulu at the brambles. He was sat right next to me, and he was upset about my lifestyle. He wanted to try to save me, and I would have like pancakes with syrup every morning, like a fucking piece of fruit. And you are what you eat, George. I went over big in Pittsburgh, and I had syrup, and Howard would go to him, George, what's he eating? I'm like, oh, pancakes. I'm really worried about him. He goes, does he have syrup? And George goes, oh, it's dripping. It's like you sound like, oh, it's dripping. I go, George, how many times have you said that? Are you done, Brad?
Reminds me of a chocolatier.
Oh, it's dripping.
Like a chocolatier.
I wanted him to die like the Prada Willie woman, so I went up to face him. That was the best part of it. So anyway, yeah, what I'm saying is you're a young comic. This might happen to you.
That's how you get it to come.
You might have to come out to a guy in Star Trek. Deep Space Nine. to come try to fuck LeVar Burton. No, it really was. Honestly, like, this is the best bit ever. And I for 10 minutes, I kept going. I started making sure. I go, he's got to fall for it now. He goes, no. Everything I said, he believed. I could have said, I wear a gladiator helmet underneath my hat. Oh, that's great. I have one. Do you want one? What's it like? Oh, it's dripping. Sure. Oh, it's dripping. So this is going to be the new open because the air conditioning thing. I thought we were going to get nominated, but for Cleo. What?
There's two of them. There's a short version and a long version.
Of Michael Buffer?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Michael Buffer, rattling off insults about me. And I guess we'll make this the open every day until we get a cease and desist from his wife. Michael passed away. I'm the new person now.
You will stop now.
You will not say rumble. Rex Marshall Goering is second only to the Führer. You sound exactly like him. All right, let's hear it.
A Jack Daniel swilling pizza eating, dog hating, whore using, cocaine abusing, hairy back, big belly blowhard from New Jersey. That little bastard known as Artie Lang.
Yeah, he nailed it. One take.
Why does New Jersey sound like the most insulting thing in that?
I know. Wait, you play that again. He did. He hit New Jersey too hard.
He's got a tone.
A Jack Daniel swilling pizza eating, dog hating, whore using, cocaine abusing, hairy back, big belly blowhard from New Jersey. That little bastard known as Artie Lang.
Cocaine abusing pig. You know what happened? The dog thing. I don't like dogs. But, I would never hurt a dog. I'm not Michael Vick. That's Dan. That's Dan talking to a dog.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Dan. He goes to a dog and goes, "It's dripping." But Dan came out to my sister's Russell's Griffon. That's a play. That play for Chris. Embarrassing. So embarrassing. Dan Salato. Man, Dan.
I do have a case in defense of Dan not being gay, though.
But no, I don't think he's gay.
Well, we're in Montreal.
Plenty of guys have 5 Russell Griffon.
George Takei.
George Takei. I don't have one. Brad has 6. Why? What's the
We're at that
I'm
party.
a fucking fag.
That doesn't help. But
yeah, that's an indictment.
we were at the Montreal after party, and it was Neil Patrick Harris was there, and Dan wanted to leave. So that's how I
You think you had a shot at him?
at least schmooze him a little bit.
NPH?
Get him some Goose Island.
I played in that Celebrity Beach Bowl where I put my for DirecTV in the sand and at the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's like we're fucking. I'm playing against Deion Sanders. How am I going to win this? And there was a guy from the West Wing, like a 60-year-old guy. He was guarding Terrell Owens, and I played quarterback. And I hit Terrell Owens with a pass, and it was a touchdown. And I said, "They go, great play." I go, "Listen, we should exploit that matchup." Yeah, Terrell Owens is going against the guy from West Wing. I was like 60. I think he had Prada Willie too. Okay, so that is funny. He nailed, that's he had no preparation either. Okay.
A man as round and fat as a baseball. He's been in such movies as Lost and Found, Dirty Work, The Fourth Floor. Did I say Dirty Work? Oh, yeah, he was in that Elf movie for about 5 freaking seconds. He was some sort of all-county third baseman in high school, in which he was held back from graduating because he had to go to summer school. He's been arrested for hitting a cop. He's been in rehab for coke. He drinks like a fish. He smokes like a chimney. And when he bets big, and he loses big.
You sound cool.
And he loses bigger. The man who paid $500 to a Las Vegas hooker that he didn't know was a hooker before he had sex with her.
Yeah, I told that story.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is Artie Lang.
All right. We get it. Here's your 50 G's. Get the fuck out of here. Fred would do that. It was long. Fred remembers everything. Had to go to summer school. All right. That horror story, man. The first time I went to Vegas. I was with the Howard Stern show, man. It was like Mecca for strippers. I fucked 4 strippers that week.
Fucked her in the ass.
Yeah. And they didn't charge me. I guess they were whores with regular people. Somebody else paid them. And I didn't see it, so to me it was a chick. I counted it. So I fucked this chick and the stripper. It's like 7 in the morning. I got to get up to go down for some rehearsal with Howard doing a bowling bit. Howard's in the room next to me. And she goes, okay, I'm leaving. I go, great. It wasn't even German. It was English. I'm leaving. I go, great, okay. I'm like, you want me to get up or something? She goes, no, can I? So it's 500.
Oh.
I go, God, I'm thinking she's thinking berating me, going, well, 250 now. It would have been 300 if you kept your shirt on. She looked like she was in her head going, well, 500. And I go, I don't want to fight with a whore at 7 in the morning. And I go, all right, what? I'm gonna give her 50 grand. And when I looked in, I had this cash from gambling. I'm looking around, going, did you take anything else? Let me check that with my figures. I went in the other room, and she was in the other room. I had all my shit in the bedroom, and I said, don't take this as an insult, but I'm in show business, and this helps me. Could you clap your hands? I just want to hear you clapping your hands. Don't fucking let me hear you pause for a second.
That's an experienced man move right there.
I don't want you to pause for long enough to take a Rolex watch.
Where'd you keep your wallet?
Yeah.
Did you hide it?
I kept that I put it on the safe. I put everything in the safe. You know what happened once? I did ask a chick to do that for real because she was shady looking, meth head, and I had to take a shit. I took a shit. I said, clap your hands while I'm shitting. And I come out, and she's clapping. It's like a mom clapping for a kid who took his first shit. Artie took it.
Poopy in the potty.
Oh, Christ.
And then you discovered a new fetish.
Could you clap your hands while I shit?
What do you think the price
That's all
was?
I want you to do. Is George Takei available for that?
It's dripping.
Oh, he's shitting.
It's dripping.
Are you done yet? No, he's constipated again. That guy nails that, right? Fly for...
Your name sounds awesome in the second one.
I think the second one makes me sound cool.
Lang.
Gambling? Yeah, sure. What the fuck? Well, another way of saying that is Artie Lang, the only guy here is not gay. I get up to have my eyebrows done. Vegas was fun, man. Oh, God. With the Stern show, we were like, it was like what the Beatles must have. We got a private jet in there. Oh. Anyway. Yeah.
Was the price more after or before, do you think, if the girl told you?
No, I thought, listen, the first 4 I fucked, they're from the same place. And I won't say the name of it, but the place was Fearmint Rhino.
Hey, now. I've locked some hours there.
Yeah, right, exactly. But the guy would say to me, the matter, I'll pick a couple of broads. I'm like, all right. And, I would go back with them, and and I like the threesome shit. I like concentrating on stuff. The one chick looked like a young Nicole Eggert. The other one was kind of heavy set. She said, I'll be in here. You're not a vacuumer? You get started on the dishes? So no one else charged me. So the last fucking one, she charged me, and I fucking tell the story on the air like an idiot. Cut the fucking 80 song parodies from every fan. I wish that I had Artie's whore. So we got. So which one should we? What's funnier? Is the second one funnier?
I don't know. I like the first one.
The first one's funny, but then just cut in your name from the second one.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'll show you how that sounds.
Oh, he's already doing it. Flippin's a genius.
He is good at this stuff.
A Jack Daniels swilling pizza eating, dog hating, whore using, cocaine abusing, hairy back, big belly blowhard from New Jersey. The fat little bastard known as Artie Lang.
How many times do you go, I want a divorce? Don't take the El Dorado! Yeah, he was like, well, way too into himself. Well, I mean, you know that, I guess. But he's in a room with everybody in boxing, and he got the biggest ego. That's an asshole. Nah, he was always good to me, but 50 G's is steep for that, man.
Well, I think it's his brother that is the guy that cracks down on all the people.
Yeah,
using it.
he's the business guy.
And he's the one who always wanted to be an announcer, too. And he does the UFC stuff, and his catchphrase is, "It's time."
Oh, it is. Not working as
He
well
just
as
goes,
well.
that's time.
How should it's time? What should I charge for its time?
He's trying to.
Less than Artie's whore. Yeah, let's time. But I said, I asked what I said. She fucking blew me. She should get the 50 G's. The world is all fucked up. My fucking Mexican maid does my laundry, makes everything clean. It's fresh in here, and I give her like $70 a week. My manager makes flight reservations. He gets 10%. The world's fucked up, man. Yeah. She's way more important.
What about a maid that fucks you? How much did she get?
Okay, dude, I pulled that off. You know that story, right?
I think they call that wife.
You know that story? Yeah, I used to say that about. I said, my wife's, me and my buddies. We go, my wife's not going to own a watch. Why? Because I'm going to put a clock above the stove. Did I tell you that story about the maid in Montreal?
No.
Okay. What I'm about to say out loud, I know it's going to sound crazy. This is the single craziest thing, oddest thing that ever happened to me on the road. I fucked my maid at my the hotel room.
Good shit.
Yeah. I mean,
Tell
again,
me more
this is it's like a David Beckham story, but I'm telling it. I must have looked so sad. We got remember the fire alarm went off and the air conditioning was out for a while. And I was hot.
Yeah.
And I had to close the nasty show. We're doing 4 shows, and I didn't want to be there. I hated the French Canadian people. I didn't want to be there. It was like 2 days into it.
You went down 14 flights of stairs.
Oh yeah, right. Because we got in the elevator. There was a fire. Every comedian is out of Montreal. It's like hot. See Gilbert going, "What are we doing?" And we got back in, and I was sweaty, and I sat there going, "I don't want to be here." And it was one of those depressed times. And I was sitting on the bed, and I said, "When the maid comes in, I'm just not going to get up. I don't care. She'll have to clean around me. I'm not getting up, Okay, she's about 24 years old. Her name was Solange. Cute girl, didn't speak any English, but really cute, adorable. And I was, the song "Ripple" by the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Dead guy, but there's something about that song. Garcia's voice just goes through me. I love that song. So I'm listening to that, and she looks at me and she goes, "Why are you so sad?" Like a broken. I'm not sad, I'm all right, And she's like, "Okay." She goes, "I like this song." I go, "Oh yeah, thanks." There's like a pause. She keeps looking at me. She goes, "You have to be happy." I go, "I'm happy. I'm fine." And then she comes over, like by me. And I would sit down, like maybe she's going to talk to me or something. Now I'm thinking, listen, the last time I was at the Montreal Comedy Festival, I'm like going 17 years ago. I might owe a Coke dealer in Montreal money. I'm getting set up by every comedian, like the Brewers end up here. I'm going, "Yeah, you want to talk?" And she like she leans into me. And she starts kissing my neck, gently kissing my neck. I knew her for 32 seconds. She was kissing my neck. I've told chicks I wrote Jurassic Park. I can't make out with her. Actually, in L.A., she blew me. One chick blew me. Thought I wrote Jurassic Park. So, before Google, she starts kissing my neck, and I'm like, and I put my hands down like this, going, "What the fuck?" Like, you know what I mean? If I touch her, I felt like a black guy.
I do it. How you doing it?
I felt like Mike Tyson. Listen, I don't want to. Hey, what are you doing, Desiree? I just wanted to. You wanted to see my opinion of your dress, right? What's the Tyson story? Is like she said, "Could you?" I want to see what I look like in a dress. Could you tell me? He was supposed to give her fashion tips. Yeah, so put the shoes on with the other skirt. The fuck did you think was gonna happen? I don't like the Halston. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, can I have that? I got a cocktail party coming up. Yeah, so bye. 2 seconds later, every cop in Indiana says, "You guys look great in those uniforms." 3 years of his life, man. I don't think he raped her. I don't. I'm telling you, I do not think Mike Tyson raped her.
I don't think he did either, man.
Right? I think he got fucked over. I really do.
She was a daughter of a preacher. No?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
There was that going on.
And
too.
she was smoking.
Yeah.
She wasn't allowed to be in the news, but like you saw that one. Yeah, I really think she fucking entrapped him.
I think she had consensual sex with him, and then
Right,
maybe the father
you think it was-
found out, and she was like, "No, I was a good
Oh, okay,
Christian.
yeah, right.
I said no."
Exactly. There were two big rape trials. William Kennedy Smith, you remember? Ted Kennedy's nephew. You guys
He did it.
I think he did it. Absolutely. Well,
I heard Kennedy. I was like, guilty.
No, exactly.
Guilty.
Ted Kennedy says something at his trial, and he's like, Ted Kennedy didn't have the decency not to get drunk to say something with that enormous red head. Listen, I drowned a whore once. Listen, he's not like that. And by the way, I'm completely rehabilitated. I, without question, tried to save that whore. But she was, those seatbelts were very good. They're very tight. And of course, I walked back to Edgartown soaking wet. That story. 80 people saw him soaking wet in the lobby. Did you drown a girl, Ted? No, of course not. I'm sweating out the primary.
The valet's like, "Where's your car?"
Yeah. What do you mean, where's my car? At the bottom of Edgartown Lake. There may be someone in the passenger seat. That's a fish I caught. I don't know where she is. She was, I don't know, a party girl. She probably went. Yeah, my nephew, there's no way. He's a good kid. What an evil little rich prick that kid was. Oh, pale.
I thought it was a duck boat tour.
Yeah. Here's what I remember. I was at the party, and all the girls liked me. I mean, well, of course, right? You understand that? No, okay. I had a few cocktails. Fuck. Who's this? That was a telemarketer.
That's Michael Buffer.
It was a Michael Buffer. Send my friend Michael $250,000. Before I fucked her, I 5 times I said, "Let's get ready to rumble."
It's time.
Let's get ready. I said it's time. Send his brother $10. Yeah. Let's get ready to drown you. Let's get ready to swim out of the car. I actually put my seatbelt on. I put the seatbelt on her.
Oh shit!
I thought I was taking it off. Yeah. So he did a statement, and Willie Kennedy Smith, he just dug a hole. He was loaded or something, but he got off. JFK Jr. had to show up, and he didn't want to do it. Like his family made him do it. But Tyson, man, in Indiana, you could tell he was getting railroaded. The poor guy, man. Of course, if you hire Don King as a lawyer, it's not good. He sent them a lawyer for an accountant or something. I'm sending you somebody, Mike.
You should have got Kardashian.
Yeah, right. No, exactly. Kardashian hides weapons. How do I get the Kardashian deal? Will he hide that dress? Yeah. Poor. I felt bad. He did real time. 3 fucking years, man.
Yeah.
In Indiana.
Oh.
That's tough.
Yeah, no, the women preyed on him, man. That Robin Givens,
Yeah.
God, man. Robin Givens claims he hit her, Trevor Burbick was in a coma for 3 days. If he hit her, she looked fine. She looked like to go to the Emmys.
She said it on TV.
She said Mike
Right,
Tyson.
he was sitting right next to her, and he was like, "What?"
He was like date or something. He was like this.
He's like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, Barbara Walters. He's no friend either in that situation. Barbara, Mike, you hit a woman. Where am I?
I hit lots of people.
Last I remember, I was feeding a pigeon in Brownsville. Poor fucking guy.
He wasn't as smart as Kobe, I guess.
Yeah, no, Kobe. Someone got money there. His wife got a $4 million ring. Could you imagine? Keep cheating, baby.
Yeah.
And she still divorced him.
Yeah.
She did, right? Got a total load of money, right?
Right, because she waited the 10 years.
Yeah.
In the LA law, California law, you wait 10 years.
It's all about the woman, man. Johnny Carson had the same thing. And yes, this maid starts kissing my neck. And I'm like, I got an erection forced. I was like, whoa, Jesus. But I got my hands down like this. I'm like, I don't want to. No, so she keeps. I go like this, and I start kissing her. I'm kissing her on the lips, and I grab her. I'm like, and I had a sweet, I took Gordy Adams to see my suite like 3 times. He has a much smaller room. And I I took her in the bedroom area. I hocked up her maid dress, and I was like, all right, you know, well, I never saw her tits. I fucked her. It took me like 5 seconds. You know, and I'm like, this is happening, like, you know. And we sat there for a second. She gently kissed my forehead, got up, and cleaned my room and left. So, yeah, I mean, yeah,
That's beautiful.
I mean, honestly, I could not wait. She goes, "What are you going to do this afternoon?" Tell every male comic. She didn't know I was either, but she found out, I think, that I was with the festival, and I saw her one more time. She came back, and she was crying. She was like, you know, don't tell anybody. I'm like, I won't tell anybody, unless Dave Chappelle tells it on Kimmel. I don't. Louis C.K. might do an episode of it, but. I told Louis, and he was like, you know, yeah. I said, if you do a show, can I play me? I'll give Rich Ross a pillow for his shirt.
I didn't know she came back. I remember she was thinking about coming to the live
but
thing,
Paul
right?
had she was going to come to Club Soda. But you had the funniest joke. I go to check out 2 weeks later, and there's a mysterious charge, $400. What's this? You fucked the maid, right? Bravo, Paul. You fucked the maid, right? I told Chappelle. I mean, Neil Brennan. I told Neil Brennan. He was telling everybody. I said, oh, let me tell it. And I said, you ever do that, Chappelle? He's like, nah. Like, ha. And one time I fucked, nah.
He was thinking though. That was like the most genuine I ever saw him, because he was thinking.
He was
back, 'cause
thinking.
He was like,
I go,
man, I should do that.
dude, it's way cooler that you don't remember. The worst thing Paulie Shore could have said to this, I wanted to kill him. Paulie Shore was on. I said, how many Playboy Playmates have you fucked? He goes, I don't know.
Shit.
I go, all right, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, he was thinking. He was saying, you heard the question, right? Yeah, so that was the best festival I've ever had. By far the best thing that ever happened to me. Yeah, I mean, nothing. I mean, again, never close to that as anything. I mean, obviously close to happening. And I know of one other guy who did it, and he wasn't married at the time. Todd Phillips, the guy who directed the Hangover movies, he directed Old School. Unbelievable ladies guy. He fucked. Should I say this? Before he was famous.
Fuck Zach
I
Galifianakis.
won't say it. Yeah, by putting him in Hangover 3. No, I'll write it down. I'll write down the chick. When Todd was in NYU, he wasn't famous.
Ask you to cut this out.
He wasn't famous at all. I told Dan to have a pen here 6 months ago.
Dan Filato.
Dan, where's Dan?
And we didn't understand what had happened.
Dan, I need a pen. Is this a pen? What is that?
I think
That's a pen.
Yeah.
It looks like a fucking suppository.
Vape.
It's gonna work.
It's a vape pen.
All right, wait.
Yo, did you come inside the maid?
Yes.
Nobody answered.
No,
Okay.
I did. Yeah, I did.
So what have we learned today?
I know, a fat French Canadian.
You got a French to go with the one in Germany.
Dude, this
to
fucking-
go with the one in Germany.
The one guy, do you know how many fucking chubby half Filipino kids run around Vegas right now? That's the worst. One of the Filipino kids from Vegas at my door. What do you want? Half your money? Well, that's what your mom wants.
Oh my god.
How could this get worse? Well, my mom's HIV positive. Well, hey.
But that's ruined the song Ripple. Now, the only time I've ever heard that
Ripple.
song.
Find Ripple.
It's the end. It's at the end of Mask
It's a
after
great
the kid
tune.
dies.
No, Roll
And
Me
then-
Away. Bob Saget's Roll Me Away is at the end of it.
I thought Ripple was like
Oh, no, Ripple's when he dies, yeah.
when he dies, and then so I think of it when kids die and Artie has sex. That's the song.
Listen. This is playing at the camp. I must have exuded such sadness. She felt like, I think she thought she saved a life. I mean, I was in a... I was hot. I was sweating. My shirt was sticky. And this is playing. Why are you sad? I'm not sad.
You look completely sad with that song on, though.
Oh, no.
Completely sad.
And I was singing along.
And my tune on the horn unstrung. Would you
By the way,
Really
the waxing
tired
pussy
and
thing has not got up to Canada.
see?
Her pussy looked like Jerry Garcia. When he was 28. We don't have the rights to Ripple, by the way. Story cost me $200,000. I think Dylan wrote that too. Make him richer. All right. Todd Phillips supposedly fucked this chick. Just talked her into fucking him before he was famous. That night, supposedly. And she might have been with somebody. She was like 21 at the time.
The password is...
Can you read that?
Oh, yeah.
Hey now.
She's kind of into comedians, right?
Yeah. Not to ruin my story. I'm like, thank God I didn't tell that to Todd. Really? Can I go now? That reminded me of you talked about Patrice before. Patrice?
Yeah.
I guess I should plug that. January 26th, I'm doing a benefit for Patrice. Patrice O'Neal is, his mom is really sweet, and we try to help her out. And it's Bill Burr puts it together every year, and it's myself, it's Russ Maneve, Dave Attell, and Greer Barnes, and a bunch of people, and Billy Burr, of course. And we're doing it at some theater, and so it's January 26th. So go to if you Google Patrice and benefit. What is it? That was completely wrong. Don't Google it. Where's it's at City Center. Okay, City Center Theater. That's just like 4,000 people. So why doesn't Burr just do the gig? And I'll send his mother some food. She's a doll. It's like I went to his funeral. My God, Voss is up there. Voss was funny, but he's giving out his email. Colin was so funny. Very good, Rich. Colin was after Rich. He goes, that's great. Nobody cares about your email. Why don't you plug your next fucking gig? So it's City Center in New York. It's a great place, 130 West 56th Street. Tuesday, January 26th. Showtime 7 p.m. And the curtain call is 9 p.m. Oh, really? I didn't know about that. I thought I could leave. Curtain call 9 p.m. So come out. It's a great cause.
Can't you get a hologram to do that for you?
So yeah, Patrice had the ability. If you were like cutting him down, he would look you up and down while you were talking, and then he would go, "Are you done?" You had like 4 minutes on your belt. So anyway, it's coming up next week, the 26th. So we'll plug that more. Yeah, I didn't realize how that song does make it sound sad. But yeah, I don't know. I should have worn a French rubber. That really would have ruined it.
I think you should just go to Montreal.
A baguette.
Baguettes.
If you go to Montreal every year.
No, I'm done. That's my closure.
And then
I'm closing with fucking the maid.
I think 18 years later, you just have 18 kids. And it's like every version of you.
The last kid is the sad one on the couch. The first kid loses on a giant game, so he can't go to county college. I'm telling you, I should have said no to that fucking kid in the 8th grade. What if I could do it all over again? I would say no. I remember, I got in trouble. Nancy Reagan had the Just Say No thing. And so in class, I said, Gary Coleman was her co-sponsor. And I said, I got a better one for that. I said, just say grow. I got suspended. He has a kidney condition. Well, I will too in about 40 years. Don't see me bitching. Oh, God. Yeah, so, wow. The Tuesday night is, I guess it's hard on a Tuesday night, so we gotta plug it. It's like 4,000 seats. You ever do anything at City Center?
No.
Yeah, it's a big place. It's good. So Chris, what do you do the road a lot? You go out on the. I asked you. I mean, 26 is really. I got to tell you, man. Like when I was, I got my break at 27, but it was different than stand up. But at 26, I was like still trying to make a wiffle ball curve.
Yeah.
I mean, so what do you do the road a lot?
I do the road once in a while, like Maryland, Washington.
So you do colleges and stuff?
Yeah, I do colleges.
And who books you?
Well, I do like black
college
organizations.
I
hate that I had to say that.
No, that's what you do. That's what you
hang
do.
out with you guys. Yeah,
yeah.
But yeah.
You can hang out. As a matter of fact, can we get on them? Now, the political correctness that Chris Rock talks about. What about that? Do you see that?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like you had one joke that you told me that I thought was great about, and it involves Hitler and the N-word.
Yeah,
and like, do they hear the context? Do they hear the word and they get offended? Like Seinfeld was saying,
it's like buzz. As soon as I say nigger or I say Hitler, they go, "Oh, I don't."
And even a black comic saying it.
Yeah, which is weird. I'm a nigga. Let me say nigger.
Well, I gotta tell. Well, that in the old, like Richard Pryor, like I said, Richard Pryor had 2 albums were in the title. Yeah, different time. But he said it so smooth. It was like a jazz musician. Like, really, it was like it just sounded. It sounded like he was having fun, and he transformed from a clean guy who did Ed Sullivan into the Richard Pryor we all know. Yeah. And this guy, Cosby used to call him and give him shit about cursing on stage. And Pryor probably knew a little bit about it. Like, really? I shouldn't curse? Is it my turn? Are we throwing stones there? Oh yeah, that preach. I mean, first of all, the slogan was "Pull your pants up." That's what he used to tell people.
Yeah.
A chick can't do that if she's asleep. Pull your pants up. What, are you just fucking with the world? You got that lazy eye now. That's from checking the door. No one comes in. Chick's blowing you. Like, hey. Why is there a girl asleep blowing it?
I'm a doctor, right?
Well, no, again, you talk about a guy... race was not a part of his act, which really was a thing that was special about him. Yeah, major acting jobs and like an intellectual at the Temple, and all those years. The wife, I think, did the wife finally abandon him? I think the wife said she's not going to court or something. Yeah, because she stuck around a long time.
Well, I do have a problem with because I always research that because he said he has his doctorate in education or whatever.
Right,
like all that's a sham.
So they just gave it to him because he's who he is. Yeah. Well, but that happens with a lot of famous people.
He didn't even finish high school until he was 19. He went into the service and got like a GED.
Oh, shit.
I think they gave Sinatra a pilot license. $18. A famous guy. I mean, I can't blame him for that, but he did... He did put doctor in a lot of places.
Like his doctor.
I think in the Cosby Show it says created by Dr. William H. Cosby.
Yeah.
And I thought that was like his brother or something.
They don't know, Bon Jovi gets like honorary doctorates.
Right.
He doesn't put Dr. Bon Jovi.
But Bon Jovi gets it from like a beauty salon.
But he did like his thesis supposedly was on like his show on Fat Albert.
Right.
It was about like the show that he was filming that he never went to a class for, just in the paperwork. Right. And his wife got one too.
Okay. Well, that's the deal. Yeah, just give her one.
We're giving you $100,000.
Yeah, that's a wife. Please. I will not hear the end of this. I'm not going for you to get a doctorate without me getting one. Okay.
I want us both to be doctors.
I want us both to rape women. Go right ahead. Again, I got to tell you, this is so weird. In 1992, I was working as my cousin was an electrician. He got union work. And every once in a while, I'd help him. And we got sent to a job in New York. We don't know where it was. It was a townhouse. And it was Cosby who bought the townhouse. I was like 23 at the time. I just started doing stand-up. I was doing this on the side. Like, this is Bill Cosby's house. And some woman who ran the house for him, he just bought he still lives there. It's on, I guess, should I say it? He's a rapist. Who cares? It's right on the park. It's a 6-story townhouse that he bought, knocked down. It was after the show was off, so he had the Cosby, the last show money, the 8-year one. He's got to have $1 billion. Fat Albert was syndicated. He had another show. I Spy was syndicated for a while. I think he had a piece of that, and the albums. I forget about it. Touring, a lot of money. So, the kid who died, his son Ennis, was we weren't allowed to make noise because he was sleeping, and but he came out and he had breakfast with us one day. He was the nicest kid. Like, I remember, I was affected by that because I talked to him for 3 straight days. He couldn't have been cooler, and good-looking kid. Like, you could tell he probably had just pussy waiting around the corner for me to leave. Could you make room for 8 girls? And then you think about if he was doing that. You think about, does a guy like that ever think maybe there is such a thing as a karma out there? Because the way that kid died was he was going to get laid, and he stopped. They figured out that it was nothing more. The simplest explanation is always the truth. He got a flat, and just gang members just came. He got carjacked, and they shot him.
Yeah.
They thought the woman had something to do with it, but she didn't.
Yeah.
Right on a 405 on the ramp, just shit luck, which happens in L.A., man. It can come out of nowhere. And I don't know if a guy like that ever thinks, does he have any guilt about something like that?
Yeah, and if he wasn't teaching Asian models comedy, he would have time to.
He told Gilbert Gottfried that. Gilbert Gottfried is in the highest rated Cosby show ever. He plays a used car salesman.
Yeah. And
when he got to rehearsal, and I get Gilbert wouldn't lie about this. I mean, why would he lie? He goes, the assistant director said, Mr. Cosby's going to be late to rehearse with you. He goes, well, Gilbert goes, why? He goes, on Thursdays he teaches comedy to Asian models. What? That sentence came out of I said, and I said, that makes sense because of the Asian comedy wave for models in the 90s. Like, what a party he was having.
Margaret Cho?
He's teaching unfunny. He's teaching Margaret Cho how to have an attitude and roll her eyes on stage. Yeah, but it's harder for Margaret to roll her eyes for obvious reasons. Janine Garavalo, she wrote that bit. Good movie, yeah. Fuck you. Motherfucker. Should be a receptionist at a tanning salon.
So when was Cosby like bugging Pryor when he was already famous?
In the 70s. Pryor, he talked about it on stage. Then he called Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy did a whole bit about it. Because then Eddie Murphy did a perfect Cosby and then a perfect Richard Pryor. He said, and then I called Richard up and I said, hey, Richard, man, this fucking guy's telling me about it. He goes, tell that motherfucker I said suck my dick. Yeah, so I mean, again, it's show business, and these girls were actresses. Richard Pryor could have known what's going on. You hear rumors. I don't know. Maybe Tom Dreesen at the Comedy Store. It's imagine the balls on a guy. You don't curse on stage. He tried to do it with Eddie Murphy too.
Yeah, you tell Bill to have a Coca smile and shut the fuck up.
Pretty much.
That was.
I mean, again, they had two different life experiences. I mean, Pryor was a genius, but he was a junkie, and it's a shame. But Cosby didn't have that, and Cosby judged him for all of that.
Pryor grew up in a brothel,
a whorehouse.
Yeah.
I mean, just have a different life experience. It's like the first person you trust in your life is one of your parents, especially your mom. And if you see her, fuck it, who do you trust ever in life?
Yeah.
And I can see how that can make you, want to get high. They were two totally different guys at the same time. But the fucked up thing was Cosby, not just the cursing. I don't buy into the disease, drug addict bullshit, whatever. I mean, obviously we live in way more liberal times now with that. But he judged him for everything, the drugs, and Pryor didn't want to be around him. They did one movie together, California Suite, and and they're really funny in it. Did you ever see California Suite? It's a Neil Simon movie. It's like an ensemble thing where a bunch of couples are at the Beverly Hills Hotel with different stories. And Jane Fonda and Alan Alda are one story. And they're not connected, but they're all at the same hotel. And Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby play doctors from Chicago with wives. And they come in and they're fucking hilarious together. It's the only movie they ever did together.
Damn.
Yeah. And, Pryor plays a doctor, not cursing, and just fucking, he's funnier than Cosby. There's one scene where they fight where I think Pryor acts him off the screen. But there was a story in one of the biographies. I read 4 books on both of them, but that Pryor was he didn't want to do the movie. He got talked into it because he said it's probably a good idea because it opens up a new audience and shit. He goes, well, either way, that or stir crazy, I'm freebasing every day. The money, freebasing coke, crack made it cheap, Like that guy Charlie Barnett used to say, or that guy from the Washington Square Park. The best thing about crack is it brought the price of pussy down to $5. What a great joke that is. But freebasing coke, it's just burning money. Just burn it.
Well, he burned himself.
I know. What a fucking
But that bit that you love if you watch that one, it's from that crazy concert.
The first
in
one he
Long
did,
Beach.
the first one he did is Long Beach.
Yeah.
That's the best hour of stand-up I think ever.
And it's the
like if you were to put a
greatest-
time
yeah.
capsule of stand-up, because he's 40 years old, he's not young, he made a connection with the audience already, and he's talking about shit that happened in his life that's tragic, and it's fucking great.
And it's before the accident.
Right, because he did one after the accident.
But he did. But he does that joke about the shooting his.
Oh, it's the best.
Because his wife's trying to leave him.
Yeah.
And he shoots his car.
Oh, it's so amazing.
It's like you're
And-
not leaving in my car.
Right, I shout, and the vodka I was drinking said, "Shoot something else, Richard." So I shot the steering wheel. I said, "It's my car." and then the cops came, and they don't shoot cars; they shoot niggas. Oh my god, that was so fucking. Because you didn't see that coming. I can laugh for 4 days.
And
they don't shoot cars; they shoot niggas.
It almost seemed like just like off the top of his head. too.
Right, what the whole thing did. Like the bit about being in the woods, the black guy in the woods going over the snake and the fucking characters and all that shit.
But he's like, if you're gonna leave me, you're not leaving in my car.
Right.
You're leaving in your hush puppies.
That's that rationale.
You're walking your ass out of here.
Yeah, we all been there. Cheaper car. Yeah, so if Cosby goes to jail for the rest of his life, could you imagine?
Damn.
That is, right. I mean, that's fucking be weird. Yeah. Like that when Michael Jackson was on trial, I really thought I thought they were going to convict him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm like, what is he going to do? He couldn't make it to the courtroom. He was in pajamas shuffling. They're going to take him to San Quentin? I said, what's going to happen here? Like a SWAT team he hires is going to just get him on a jet to Bahrain. Like a jet's going to come in the fucking... Guilty. He puts a jetpack, got a doctor install a jetpack in his ass. He's not going to jail. He's got an umbrella.
The amount of money that's still swirling around from him.
Right.
Like I did a gig in...
Well, now, exactly. He was broke. He had to do those 86 shows at the O2 Arena because he was broke.
Uh-huh.
Now, everybody in his family got $800 million and he died.
Right.
Yeah, oh, that's the worst.
But here's the best. I did a gig at a brewery up near where he lived.
I don't see how this relates to this.
So there's a guy who owns the brewery now. He bought a brewery because he was Michael Jackson's driver at Neverland Ranch.
That's unbelievable.
For 20 years.
And he was in the will or something?
Not a car driver. He was his horse carriage driver.
Oh, God.
That was his full-time job.
He drove him around the ranch? Oh, wow.
It was a full-time job for 20
I guess sometimes
years.
you want to, romance a kid. There's Mr. Jackson, I'm sure you could just fuck him in the room. See, that's where you're wrong. You got to do things right. I guess you go. I get. It's funny. You talk about different. Glenn Fry from the Eagles just died, and I realized I bought the. I started buying albums in the mid '70s. The first album I bought was Springsteen. Was Born to Run and Darkness on the Edge of Town. I bought that on vinyl. I bought the Eagles' greatest hits on vinyl, cassette, CD, and I've had 3 different assistants downloaded. But like when Michael Jackson died, who doesn't love that Thriller and all those fucking albums? I'm like, I want those songs, so I bought it again, and that's what happens. It reminds you about them.
Yeah.
And his family gets rich. I guess those kids hopefully are getting rich. If Jermaine gets something, it's bad. A talented motherfucker. Again, another junkie. Like he might have been the worst drug addict ever. He used to go to a dermatologist in Beverly Hills. He, was just a guy, just a corrupt guy, and he'd go there 3 times a day to get shot up with morphine and Dilaudid. Like Dilaudid is stronger than heroin. That's what they give, pancreatic cancer people. And without asking him, he was clearly, what happened was he would go get shot up. He'd go through withdrawals 3 hours later, feel uncomfortable, get in the limo, go back, and the guy would shoot him up again. And he would tell a nurse to just shoot up Michael. 3 times a fucking day. That was his life. So he was broke, and the 80, and I know this from, unfortunately, experience. I mean, I blew off the Bob Saget roast because I turned green in this apartment. I did heroin with that's Suboxone stuff, which is a heroin blocker, and I forgot you're supposed to wait 12 hours. And if your kid wants to be the Hulk for Halloween, I know how to get him green.
I thought that was just your negotiating point.
I had this 27-year-old girl. It was like my assistant who lived around the block, and she was a friend of a friend. She walked in here that morning. I was supposed to be on a plane to go roast Saget, and for Comedy Central, and she walked in here. She just started crying and walked out the door. Oh shit! By the time she got to the lobby, she quit. So I called up my lawyer, my manager at the time. I said, I can't go. I can't get on the plane. And the roast was that night. They let me blow off the rehearsal. I had this conversation with the president of Comedy Central, who was a Herzog at the time, and my manager, my lawyer, and a guy from William Morris. The Comedy Central guy, Joe Gallen, the producer, said, we'll get you a private jet with a doctor on it. And so I'm reading between the lines. And if you get here and you can't do it, we'll go right back. We'll eat the money. And I'm like, I was feeling like Sinatra. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, Teterboro, we'll get a jet there. I'm like, because Jeff Ross wrote 3 fat jokes? But Saget, directed Dirty Work. Norm was doing it, so they wanted to do something with Norm and me, and and I said, guy, I don't know what to tell you, man. I might die. He goes, he said, the guy Joel said it again. He goes, there'll be a doctor on the plane. And I'm like, oh, it's a pretty dark ship, but part of me wanted to go and get whatever the fuck that doctor had. And then show up for a roast on Dilaudid. That'll be good.
Okay, we'll give you an extra 20.
Jeff, you're ugly. So I didn't go. I didn't go to roast Saget. And he's like, they thought I died. Norm goes, well, clearly you're not telling us Artie died. He said to the producer, he goes, nah, then I had to call him. Norm wouldn't go on until I called him. So I called him. I said, I'm fine. I'm not fine. And, that was a private jet, baby. So anyway, I'm a winner in life. Teterboro. Would you have gone if you were me? Around the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't
the
I
private
go?
doctor.
Yeah,
The private doctor would have.
Saget is a softball coming in. You could give you read a Full House script on a coma.
But at the same time, it's almost a better story that you told him.
Oh no, the story's great.
Fuck yourself.
Howard loved the fact that I ruined my life. That was the third road. I did Shatner, I did Hefner, but Saget was a friend, and I said, "Yeah, I couldn't go." I said, "I'm green. What do you want me to tell you?"
What's the money on that?
25 grand.
Oh, Comedy Central on the phone. We got a private plane and 20 grand.
Yeah.
You tell them I got 20 grand in my pocket.
They were gonna keep. We'll send you to Hawaii. A Dominican guy's coming over here with Hawaii in his pocket. Anyway, yeah, tell that story. It's kind of dark.
Did they tell you we have Jeff Garland waiting?
Jeff Garland, which, by the way, they got Jeff Garland. I'm short notice. Yeah, so Ross did the fat jokes.
How could you?
Get another fat guy. Then Jeff thinks he's he walks through awful fat jokes. He's not prepared. Guys, I thought this was fun.
How does anybody know who I am?
Okay.
I wasn't in Dirty Work.
Jeff, could you do heroin and turn green? John Stamos, this is so funny. John Stamos was the MC, and he kept telling Norm and Saget, who were worried, don't worry about it. Everything's going to be fine. He was happy. And I said, Norm, because at the end of the day, no matter what happens, I'm dead or alive. At the end of the day, he's still John Stamos. All right. How long have we been talking for? Is it 5:10? You got to go for sure, Rye?
You need me longer?
No, I don't. You got to go to Seth, right?
Yeah.
So it's an hour 30. What time is it? 4:35. All right. Now give me 10 minutes. I got to stop talking for a second. We'll be back after this. I don't know why I say that. We just come right back. There's no commercial. Because it's like a hip thing in Williamsburg that has a fucking hairy pussy now.
I've been trying to reach out to that fruit gelato for some kind of technical assistance or advice. Obviously, there's been no response.
Dan Filato. All right. I got Paul. I got Chris. Artie had to go. He had a long phone call. We thought we would be able to wrap it up, but we're just going to end it here now. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Paul, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
Snowstorm in D.C., so the shows were canceled for this weekend. So.
And you personally will be giving refunds, right?
No, it's rescheduled for April. They already rescheduled it. So
I forgot to tell you, I got us opening tickets at Wrigley Field. Oh, damn. Opening day. Sorry about that, Paul.
I gotta see the Yankees.
Guess I'll have to take Gino.
Yeah, probably.
And you know what? Now that I think about this, these late night, when we finish up late night, and sometimes Artie and I do it till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, Artie will mention some people on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And then people get mad at me because I don't mention them on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
So Bishop Moreau, one of my guys from Chicago.
You're giving shout outs.
That's right. Andrew, that Dave guy, if he wasn't always telling me who to book on the show.
Is that Mixelplix?
Yeah, him. Mr. Morris. Let's see, who else is there? And the Artie Fan Clips guy is great. And Rich from Rochester. So I just wanted to say, and Ben, obviously, Ben from Clifton. So I just want to say thanks to all you guys, and I'll mention some more down the road. I know everybody got pissed when I mentioned Monica, but she tweets a lot.
And those are all the people that got mad at how late you put up the episode last night.
Oh, and Nick Smith, too. He's another Chicago guy. So, well, the guys are here. Thanks, guys, for coming in. So after Washington, what's your next show?
We got, I'll be at the New Jersey NJPAC here in Newark, New Jersey.
Is that for Trump or Christie?
No, me and Tom Papa.
Oh, okay.
Be at the NJPAC February 20th, and then I'll be at the Surf City Comedy Club Huntington Beach February 6th, so all the dates are on paulhasawebsite.com. Easy to remember.
And when people think surf, they think of Paul Morrissey.
When you think of tan,
man,
California dudes.
I just want to hang out with you because you make me look dark. You make me look like an Italian.
I know. I'm afraid I have an Asian comedy festival coming up in March, and I guess I'm going to look like some kind of a freak of nature out there. I guess people just take a picture of you if you're really pale there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And Chris, thanks for coming in. You're welcome anytime. We had a great time with you.
This was fun.
Give us all your information.
Christopher Mayer, right?
Yeah, Hamilton_4Mayer at Twitter and Instagram. I'll be at New York Comedy Club Tuesdays and Thursdays.
All right, and we all three of us just watched Trumbo.
We did.
Did we thumbs up? What do you think?
Yeah, it's a good story. I've already. It's a blacklisted writer who won a bunch of Best Picture, Best Screenwriter awards.
It's out now.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be good. I didn't know Louis C.K. was in it too.
Louis C.K. in another nominated picture.
Yeah,
Blue Jasmine, American Hustle, and this. That's 3 years in a row.
Doing it. He's doing it,
He's
man.
got the right agent, I guess.
All right, everybody, have a good night. Paul will be here tomorrow along with Dante Nero and Ryan, and so we will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.